was trying to flirt with a boy, and then he told me that I am not hot enough to be this mean. And you know what? I think he might be right.
Most men want good looks, but we will overlook that for a good personality every day. Guys who couldn't care less about kids and a family are the happiest, though.
Things that men over 40 do that tell you he's a d. If your man is over 40 and dyes his hair, he is a special kind of d. This is a man that is not confident with who he is, aging, or whatever else, and is vain. And who the man that's vain? He needs to be the pretty one in the relationship. If he is over 40 and is not going to let you be the pretty one in the relationship, insecure again?
When I was a boy, I wondered why Grandpa would turn off his hearing aid. As a man, I get it. I haven't needed a woman in my life for the last 20+ years. It's been so quiet and peaceful.
To be honest, I'd rather just be a little lonelier than deal with all the hassle of dating. I'm really not in a place emotionally and financially where I can deal with sorting through a bunch of misses to find a missus. Nowadays, with dating apps, there's always something new and more exciting just around the corner. So many women I've dated have abruptly broken things off because they found something more exciting. Dating is like taking on a part-time job. I don't have the time or the energy. I'm sure all of you can relate to that. Social media, Hollywood, and porn have really altered the expectations of the general public across the board when looking for a mate. It's actually really messed up psychologically when a person thinks about it. Specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who conveniently hold themselves to extremely low standards but feel entitled to the best. More specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who act like victims when they're confronted with equally high expectations.
Standards for men today: be fit, be tall, have a house by yourself, have a car, have a good job, pay for dates, pick her up, open doors, take charge, but don't be controlling. Do whatever she asks, but don't be submissive. Share your feelings, but only the good ones. Do all the men's chores, but also do half of the women's chores. Buy her gifts and flowers. Standards for women: exist, love me, and be loyal. And they still can't manage.
One of the busiest people that I've ever dated, like busiest, most successful people I've ever dated, was the most responsive person. And I always asked him, I was like, why do you respond so quickly to me or anyone? And he said, communication is a form of respect. And if you respect the person, you'll get back to them as soon as you possibly can.
Facts and figures.
And he was busy as
All right.
That's the truth.
And she found him to be a people pleaser, and that turns her off. End of story.
Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No. Hell no. He can buy his own shit. Be independent. No, he makes me a meal. What the fuck?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Damn. Thanks, man. Damn, take it back. I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal.
The pretty one is the most humble and the only one married. No surprise there.
I would much prefer the idea of being with a man who doesn't have everything and working with him and building with him so that he gets everything and that he becomes everything he wants to be, with me by his side and with me supporting and helping him. That idea is so much more attractive to me, and that idea is so much more appealing to me than me just going after a guy who already has everything, because why on earth should I feel like I deserve that? What would make me deserve that more than any other person? And that's a mindset that I think a lot of women are missing nowadays. Women, it's not about you, okay? It's about your relationship. And your relationship is about you and your partner.
Most men don't want everything. This is what women don't understand. Most of us only need a few things to be happy.
I used to believe that men look for women who have a career or have education, or at least the principle that I used to operate under is if I'm going to demand that of a man, I should at least be able to deliver that, which is why, part of the reason why I got my degree and then I started down my career. And then my dating preference was always the man had to make as much money as myself or higher, right? And when you look at men, they really honestly don't care. And it wasn't until I got with my fiance, and it offended me at first because I worked so hard to get to where I was, to making the amount of money that I was making. And he made it abundantly clear, like, that does not matter at all. You don't need the degree to impress the guy. You don't need the career. I think a lot of women would be better off staying out of debt, not getting that degree, and being honest. And if they want to be traditional, find a traditional man and just skip the whole heartache of going through college, because I'm telling you, I wasted a lot of time and money.
Most real men don't want anything that these modern feminists are selling. She is spot on. As men, we don't care about degrees and money in women. We care about trust, loyalty, and respect.
Let's say all the men in the United States disappeared tomorrow, and the Chinese sent all of their men over here to come and take over the United States. Could women do anything about that?
Yeah, of course.
What could they do?
I don't know. I mean, it depends what they do. Like, again, if it's in the context...
Are they going to fight the Red Chinese Army? Women?
No, but I'm saying in the context of the war, like, they could still, like, you know, try. Like,
yeah, what are they going to do? Are you going to throw baked cookies at it? Like, what do you think women are going to do?
There are such things as strong women, I think, that can fight.
How many strong women do you think are going to repel the Red Chinese?
Well, I'm not saying that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that absent the men in society, if another society's men wanted to take your society over and take all of your rights, could women actually do anything to prevent that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're not in the war.
9 months later, there would be an influx of squinty-eyed babies.
Does anybody else think it's weird that women can expect things from men, but men can't expect anything from women? Like, I seriously want you to stop and think about one thing that it's socially acceptable for a man to expect from a woman. Like, can you think of a tangible thing where if I got on here and I was like, hey, I think in a relationship that women should blah, 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 that wouldn't be problematic or red pill? Because from what I notice, it's like, it's okay if a woman expects men to pay for dates, but that man can't expect the woman to put out. It's okay if women expect men to pay all their rent, but if he expects her to cook and clean, he's a filthy misogynist. Women can expect a man to facilitate an environment in which they can become a stay-at-home mother. However, that man cannot expect her to become a stay-at-home mother. Like, do you see what I'm getting at here? Personally, I don't think anybody should expect anything from anybody. However, the hypocrisy is crazy to me. And the lack of acknowledgement in the hypocrisy just confuses me. It's like we have certain demographics here who are listing their expectations, but not being willing to deliver anything whatsoever.
Say it louder for the women in back. That's definitely gonna get me in trouble. In all seriousness, this is what's so frustrating for so many men out there, because they're either trying to find a life partner through all of this stuff, all of the double standards, all of the negativity towards men in general right now. The fact that so many women would pick the bear over a man, or they've decided to just stay single. They've decided to remove themselves from the game. And let me just say that out of this group of guys that have decided to remain single, there's two subgroups. The one subgroup that is the large majority is the group of guys that are just silent about it. They have removed themselves silently from the dating world. But yet you hear about the smaller subgroup of men that are angry and they're putting out content, they're leaving the comments. But what women fail to realize is that this is a smaller subgroup. Most men out there are just so frustrated over these double standards. And if while being single, they've discovered peace and sanity, they're going to stay there. They are choosing peace over this craziness.
My buddy started dating a girl with a nominal amount of red flags, because let's be honest, you really can't find a woman with none. A couple of weeks in, and the whole bear versus man comes up, and she chooses the bear. My buddy can't believe this. Before moving to the city, he was an outdoorsman. He's dealt with bears in the wild. He's trying to explain to her how that's a crazy position. She sticks with the bear but follows up with the comment that, "You're okay though." Now he can't wrap his mind around this, and as he told us, something snapped in him. The next time he sees her, they go to the zoo, and while there, he walks her to the bear exhibit where the bears are playing. But you can tell they're quite strong and aggressive. At the exhibit, he stepped away from the railing and walked away, ghosting her. He sent her a message saying that he was leaving her with the bears and she should be happy. Then he blocked her. This girl lost her mind and has since tried to get back with him, but this was months ago, and he's been happily single since then. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.